Good day everyone, it's Nick here, and next on our revisited series is the classic Horace Goes Skiing, published by Sinclair Research in 1982. It's the second in the Horace trilogy, written by Science Software. Now, I really liked this game back in the day, played it a lot, I'd have to say. My favourite is Horace and the Spiders, but the reason why we're reviewing these ones again is I reviewed these in the early days and my sound wasn't quite as good and I was just learning my way, so that's worth going back to. Now, this is a bit like Frogger, if I've got to compare it to any other games, this first part. The first bit, Horace must cross a busy road to get his skis without getting run over. Whoa, there we go. So he's got his skis. Now he has to go back again. Ski hire costs $10. And once we get back up the top, then we're on a ski slope. So 2 stages. Boom, done. There we go. Now here we go, controlling Horace. He must avoid the trees or his skis get broken. Also come out on the Commodore 64, this one. So we must go through all these flags, or as many as possible, to get maximum points. But we've got to get to the bottom without damaging the skis. And then once we've done so, we're back on the road and we have to cross it again to get to the next ski slope. Each time, the flags we need to get through are getting narrower and narrower, and then it gets a bit tricky. And there's extra bumps on the ski slope as well. So this is a blue run, and then it goes progressively more difficult. Doesn't seem much to it by today's standards, but Horace is an actual cool man and probably my favourite game character of all time. Hooray! What's your favourite game character of all time? I suppose it depends a lot on what you've grown up with. For me it was ZX Spectrum, so Horace versus Miner and Jet Set Willy. Boop! And maybe Wally to a lesser degree from the Wally series. Boom! Quite basic, but great gameplay, and that's what these early Spectrum games were all about. 1982, so very early. Now, if Horace dawdles here, there's more and more traffic that comes across. And I think I said on my last review, really, when I first did this one, is why the hell haven't they built a bridge on this road? Whoa, whoa, boom, expert. Or an underpass or something. It's the most craziest setup ever. Right, go Horace, go. That wasn't very good. Great sound effect when he crashed into the tree. Right, beep. A beep means we haven't gone through the flags. So they're ever so slightly narrower than last time. They're almost next to each other. You get round about 4 or 5 times. But if you get there, well done you. Because the traffic is ridiculously difficult. We'll go down in folklore for all time, Horace. Now there are a couple of homebrews as well, which I'm going to come to at some stage. But this is all about revisiting the classics. So far we've done Manic Miner, Horace and the Spiders, and Horace Goes Skiing. I won't be re-looking at every game I previously did when my sound wasn't good, just my favourite ones. But most of them really. I've got 17 I've isolated, so keep an eye out for them. They'll go up every Tuesday. Unless something bad happens, like the Earth's destroyed or I'm dead. Let's hopefully I'm not dead. That'd put a bit of a dampener in the schedule. I'm not planning to die, not like Horace. Right, here we go. Go through the finish. Boom. So we're doing quite well so far. He starts off with $40 of cash. Every time he dies or loses the skis, it costs us to get more ones. Once we run out of cash, that's the end of the whole thing. So there's minis going across, lorries, ambulances, and lots of motorbike gangs. Back on the slope again for a third time. Cash 30, we're rich. Good. His arms aren't big enough to hold the ski poles, Horace. I don't know if he's human or some mixture of strange experiments done by some scientist somewhere. We never quite find out his backstory, unless he's in a comic or something I'm not aware of. Let me know if that's the case. I keep looking at this t-shirt on Amazon with Horace on, which I want to get, but for some reason I keep forgetting to order it. It's like yellow. A bit like the loading screen of this game, actually. Beep, beep, beep. That sound is very similar, or not identical, to when Horace stamps on the webs in Horace and the Spiders. But if you've got a Spectrum, either now or back in the day, and you haven't heard of the Horace series, then you should try your hardest to get a copy of that, because these are actually classic games. From when I think the Spectrum was the best, the early 80s. Went into the late 80s and then early 90s as well, but the games really, this is the top tech of the day, and this is when it really was reigning supreme. If you disagree, let me know, but early 80s for me. But it's probably an age thing. 100 points. Right, now the traffic should be really, really super busy now. Here we go. So the motorbike gang are there. Quite often if you go to the side and just go up or down, that seems to be a way of doing things rather than trying to work it out. And it works again. So try that. Sometimes that's a lot easier than directing the traffic. So how narrow are the ski flags now? Super narrow. And there's more trees and more bumps. How do we get through there? Right, missed that already. Yep, so yeah. It moves quite fast here, this ski slope. The animation is good. I do feel like Horace is actually skiing. White background. Good choice of colours for the flags, but I think that's normal flags in a ski slope, isn't it, really? Nice and crisp, this. Hopefully it's coming across well, but the gameplay is excellent. Horace Goes Skiing. Sequel to Hungry Horace, of course, and as I mentioned, Spiders next, and a few homebrews about the place as well. There was a fourth game supposed to be released Horace in the Horace series originally, called Horace to the Rescue, but something happened to that one. It never actually made it to a commercial release, or any release at all. It's probably on someone's computer somewhere as an unfinished bit of code. Which is a shame, really. Hungry Horace is a Pac-Man clone. This one, the first bit at least, was influenced by a Frogger. And the third one, Horace and the Spiders, a bit of elements to Panic to it in the last stage. That's over 3 bits where you jump over spiders, one in the mountains. Second one, you're jumping across sort of like a rope bridgey sort of thing. And then the third one, demolishing the spider's web. It must be the school rush hour here. Bridge, build a bridge, someone. That ambulance can crash into a lot of people. That ambulance causes more injuries than it actually solves. Look, how am I going to get across here? This is ridiculous. Right, I'm going to have to just risk it at some point. Just run across. There's probably a zebra crossing on the next screen. That bloke running that ski shack, oh, I don't know, he must be having a laugh. If he'd set up his ski shack on the other side of the road, it would have saved a lot of trouble, but the game would have been a bit more boring. Oh, and I've slammed my head into the back end of a red Mini. Okay, right. Come on, Horace. Come on, you can do this thing. No ski poles, as I mentioned there. Let's time this thing. We can do it. We can do it. There's only red and yellow minis available in this town. A lot of software being delivered by those lorries. And of course the motorbike gang and the ambulance. And that's it. Would love to see the coding of this game. I really would. Oh, damn it. That person should have their license taken away. Yes, no, yeah. Genius. Don't do this in real life. It's called Chicken, that game. Don't play it. Right, here we go. I'm going to have to be a genius to get through. Cool, look how narrow that is. Right, got through the first one. Who's setting these up? Some sort of Olympic sadist. Oh, yeah, bad luck. Ski's broken, you're dead. Dearie me, Bob Marley's song coming up here. No, not Bob Marley's song. I've still got $10 left. I thought that was going to be the end. Normally it says no money, no ski. So I need to get more skis with my $10, which I've now got. Right, no money. Ski hire is $10. You get money each time you complete a ski run. Yeah. It's probably best to go skiing in the middle of the night when the traffic's at its lowest. The longer you dawdle, apparently the traffic gradually increases. The longer you take, the harder it becomes. Oh, and I smashed into some easy rider. Right, Bob Marley song coming up, I'm sure. No money, no ski. Bomb, 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 bomb. No money, no ski. Beam Software, it says. Written by William Tang. Don't know if it then changed its name to Science Software. But anyway, back in the day, they changed their mind a lot. Let's have one more go at this. See how far I can get. Addictive as it is. Right, so a lot less traffic now. Oh, God. And that's not how you cross the road. If you're learning your Green Cross code, kids, don't watch this video as tips. Oh, God, why is it so difficult now? This should be easy now. Yep. Boom. There we go. Skis, right. $20. Back up. That's the way to do it. Down the right-hand side, up the left-hand side. Can't go wrong there. I think I've seen this a couple of times on the Commodore 64, but never played it on that system, as quite a lot of times I didn't play on Commodore 64 systems. All my friends tended to own ZX Spectrums. One owned a Commodore 64, but then he moved away quite early. Don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. Witness relocation program? Possibly. Before that was the VIC-20, but I never saw that either. There was a ZX Spectrum 16K, which I didn't know too much about, and before that the 1K, the ZX81s. I first come into it as a 48K rubber keyboard man, and that's the one I played the most. And then the ZX Spectrum 48K Plus come out, and the 128K, but I still persevered with a Spectrum 48K, and then it come to a point where everyone was then getting Commodore Amigas, so to keep up, so I didn't get the Mickey taken out of me, I got a Commodore Amiga as well. Bit of a big gap, and then I went back to the Spectrum, because these games are, well, brilliant really, aren't they? I like the Amiga as well, but slightly favour the ZX Spectrum as a system. Back in an earlier, simpler time. I hope you're learning a lot about skiing here, and getting a lot of tips if you're about to go on a ski expedition. Right, we can do it. Ooh, dearie me. Right, okay. This disaster road. Do you know any roads this busy? Apart from major motorways. Horace, Horace. Tell you what, if you was in a car and you smashed into someone that looked like Horace, you'd know about it. Those big gaping eyes across your bonnet, looking half concussed or dead. It's probably best just to drive on, I'd say. Not that I'm encouraging hit and run. We don't know if Horace had any brothers or sisters. Maybe one of the homebrews will tell us no. He's just a one-off. Oh yeah. All games would be better with Horace in. Even Grand Theft Auto 5. Is there a Horace mod for Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC? Let me know. I think the answer is there isn't. Imagine controlling Horace running around the town, smashing stuff up. That would be a sight to see. If you're a coder somehow watching this Spectrum review, do a mod for Horace on GTA 5. If you know someone that is, let them know. Reference this video, tell them, and they'll do it, and then everything will be awesome. It could be like the retro mod pack. And in Jet Set Willy, that's Maria bossing Jet Set Willy about, saying to collect all the items, we could just blow her up with a tank instead. Bit of retribution, I think. 8-bit graphics, 1982, Sinclair Research. Will we see these days again? Well, with the Spectrum next, yes, we will. Will Horace make a return in other games? Hopefully, someone gets hold of it. You never know. Right, if you have done one, let me know below. Don't do a link though, because links tend to get marked automatically for spam for YouTube, and I might not see them. And worst case scenario, you do a lot of links on lots of people's videos, your account might get closed. I'm not sure that does happen, but there's an algorithm looking for it, and you bet your life they'll probably use it in some shape or form. Or a bot would use it quite clumsily. There we go. Bots should never be in control of anything, I don't think, long term, because it sometimes makes a daft decision. Right, this is skiing. Notice Horace isn't leaving any marks in the snow as he goes along. No snow's being picked up. So, yeah. But maybe I expect too much. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but this is a brilliant, brilliant game. If you're under 20 and now watching it for the first time, you might disagree. You're thinking, what's Nick going on about? Well, yeah. Go, go. Finish. A nice ski to the side there by me. Now that there should be an epilepsy warning for those bits. Oops, as I get run over by an ambulance. Thank you very much. $20 left. Yeah, this is getting a bit busy again. Whoops, that wasn't very clever. It has been known for a row of motorbikers, about 20 plus in a row going across. Oh, look. Perhaps it's best if I get myself a motorbike. Right, one left. Look at that gang. There's no one coming across at all now down this end bit. Don't play in the road, kids, because that's what happens. You get run over by an ambulance. Is that it? That's it. No money, no ski. Everyone, bomb, 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 bomb. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that again in this revisited series. That was Horace Goes Skiing, published by Sinclair Research in 1982 and written by Cyan Software. Thanks for watching as always. If you've got something to say about the video, please put it below. And until next time, a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.